You're right.
Yes, doctor. Good morning to all. Welcome to today's session on balanced nutrition for kids. To speak on the topic, we would like to welcome Dr. Kiran Mai Addu, our in-house consultant for dietitian. She has done her applied nutrition from National Institute of Nutrition and her PhD. We welcome you, doctor. You can now take over the session.
Yes. Thank you, Chatura, for this sweet introduction. So I am Dr. Kiranmai, and today I'm going to talk on the importance of balanced nutrition for kids. So, yeah, before talking about child nutrition, I would like to throw some important insights for parents, especially because there are five important dimensions in a child's life which have to be taken into account, like the child's physical health, mental well being, emotional health, intellectual health, and spiritual health. So, these are the five dimensions which have to be taken care by every parent for their children. All right, because nutrition means people just think it's about food or just stuffing something in their body. But see, when they want their children to look presentable from outside, you like when you're buying some fabrics, you want the best brands, you want the quality, you check the quality of the fabrics, you want the best for your children to look good externally. So when it comes to food, you need to understand that you are what you eat. So you need to carefully make the wisest choices for your children at the earliest stage, from infancy to the toddler level, then the preschool children, then adolescent, and so on. So today, when exclusively we are talking about child nutrition, I would like to emphasize from infancy to childhood. So when it comes to nutrition, you need to keep these five dimensions in mind about physical health of children, emotional health, mental well-being, spiritual health, and intellectual well-being. So externally, when you want your children to get the best fabrics or the clothing, my suggestion as a dietitian is you need to look after what your child is going to eat every single day, because that is going to change the very chemistry of their body from inside. Now, there is something called as a food pyramid, which has to be taken into account when it comes to children's diet. Now, immediately after conception, after pregnancy, after delivery, when the baby is born, when the infant is born, exclusively for the first 6 months, breast milk is mandatory. And like exclusive 6 months after the breast milk, there is something called as colostrum. In the first few days it's going to come, and the mother should not discard. It's called as amrut. That means it is highly nutritious, and mother's milk is going to improve the immunity status of infants. And there is even research which has stated that there is clinical evidence, scientific evidence, that those moms who have breastfed their children for up to 6 months or up to 2 years of age, they are less prone to breast cancer in future, and even the children are very strong, like their immunity levels have improved. Now, like after 6 months of age, along with the complementary feeding, like the soft mashed foods, the mother can continue breastfeeding up to 2 years of age, or as long as the child is, feeding. 2 years is maximum. Now, I would like to emphasize on the importance of food pyramid, food guide pyramid in a child's diet or in a toddler's diet. Now, there are five food groups, and I'm sure all of us are aware of. The first bottom segment of the pyramid includes cereals and millets. So when I talk about cereals and millets, like whether we are South Indians or North Indians, 60% of carbohydrates come from our cereals and millets. So for South Indians, the staple is like rice. Most of them are rice eaters, and North Indians most of them are wheat eaters. So whether it is rice or wheat, my suggestion to all the parents is please do add some important nutritious food items like millets. So when I say millets, go with ragi, jowar, bajra. All these are very rich in calcium and iron, which is important for the bone health of children, and it is even important for the brain power. growth and development of children. So cereals and millets, because 60% of carbs are coming from these, ensure that children are consuming more of complex carbohydrates, and please cut down on the simple carbohydrates. And as parents, you need to take a stand on what they have to eat, when they should eat, the quantity and quality of different food items, just the way they have a proper timetable when they visit a school for different study hours. It's very important to have a menu plan for your children every single day, and you can make it like a cyclic menu, or you can make it like a weekly menu. Make the diet a little more interesting. Now, the second segment of the food pyramid includes fruits and vegetables. So, it is very important that from a very tender age, like from 1 year of age onwards, you need to cultivate healthy food habits for your children, and try to include different types of fruits and vegetables. You can actually make the diet more interesting, like a rainbow diet. Now, like rainbow has 7 different colors, so try to include different colorful fruits and vegetables in your child's diet, which is extremely important. They need to taste different variety of foods, because kids are going to have an acquired taste. What they start liking at a tender age, their taste buds will develop in the later life, and they would have liking and disliking towards different types of foods. So, as a parent, it is your duty to ensure that children are eating different types of fruits and vegetables. At least, include 2 different types of fruits and 2 different types of vegetables every day in their diet. Now, next segment of the food pyramid is milk and milk products. Now, milk and milk products, they're very rich in calcium, and they're very rich in protein, which is extremely important for children's mental development, their growth, their skin health, their hair health. It is basically based on milk and milk products. So it depends on which type of milk you're using, how much of milk you're using at which age group matters a lot, and the byproducts of milk like butter, cheese, curd, yogurt. Even yogurt can be given in interesting forms, like you can add some fruits to yogurt and make the diet a little more interesting. So they are getting antioxidants and vitamins and minerals from fruits, and they're even getting calcium, protein, and a little bit of iron from curd and yogurt. So this is how you should make the diet more interesting and colorful for your children. Now, next, the fourth segment of the food guide pyramid is meat and meat products. Now, when it comes to meat and meat products, many parents are apprehensive on how much to give, what to give, and when to give. Always remember, the excellent quality protein is only present in animal foods. All right. So, because animal foods even contain vitamin B12, highest quality protein, and good quality fats are present in animal proteins. It could be egg, poultry, chicken, white meat like fish, even red meat like mutton, mutton liver. They're all very rich sources of protein. Weekly, at least 3 to 4 times, you need to include meat and meat products in your child's diet, but it depends upon the method of preparation. I meant to say the cooking method. It shouldn't be, try to avoid all the deep fried foods, and try to make it like shallow fried cutlets, or do include these food items along with carbohydrates, like whether it is rice or chapatis or a sandwich. You can actually include meat and meat products. Vegetarians can include other protein rich foods like paneer, they can have tofu, they can have soya beans, soy milk, almond milk, soya based products, or kidney beans, also known as rajma, chole. All these contribute to protein sources for vegetarians. And now the fifth segment of the food pyramid includes sugars, fats, and oils. Now, these three are extremely important, and they have to be taken in limited amounts, in very minute amounts, because children do have sugar cravings. They're more attracted to chocolates, ice creams, sugary drinks, aerated drinks. Always remember to cut down the aerated drinks, like all your soft drinks, cola beverages, the black beverages, from your child's diet, because they are nothing but they're poison for your children. Because as adults, it becomes very difficult for parents only to get rid of certain addictions towards food. So just imagine children, they being fussy eaters at a very tender age. It is very difficult for them to choose the right foods. So as parents, it is your duty to create certain amount of discipline in your child's diet, make a standard decent menu plan, and try to cultivate and include healthy and nutritious items. So when I say healthy and nutritious items, it depends upon the method of preparation, it depends upon the type of oil you're using while cooking, it depends upon the salt intake, it depends upon how many times you all are taking your children to the most fanciest restaurants, and how many times are they getting addicted to junk foods or sugary foods or highly spicy foods or oily foods. So the very chemistry of their body from inside is changing drastically. So in order to prevent such things at a very tender age, from 1 year onwards, you need to cultivate the best nutritious foods which are locally available, which are seasonally available. So when I say something which is locally and seasonally available, means which is freshly available within the season. Now, for example, there are some parents who come to me and they want to buy something exotic. So when I say berries, they want to go and get some blueberries or something very extraordinary or exotic for their children. And usually in the super malls or supermarkets, they're buying some frozen fruits or imported fruits, and they're thinking that imported means it's going to add more nutrition value to their children. But just imagine, the imported foods, they are being sprayed by wax and so many chemical preservatives, and they're traveled by sea for like 3 to 4 months, and that you're going to feed your children. So just imagine. So my suggestion is, wherever, in whichever part of country you are or in whichever country you're staying, my suggestion to y'all is, go with the fresh seasonally available foods which is locally available. That is going to have a better impact on the gut health of your children. All right. And there are some more important nutrition guidelines for children is, please avoid all your processed foods, packaged foods. Whenever you're going to any supermarket or any mall or any shop, you're buying some packaged foods for your children. Usually we check the expiry date, the manufacturing date, and the price of the product. My suggestion as a dietitian is, please read the food label. There's something called as a nutrition label. What are you dumping inside your child's body is very important. It could be a chocolate, it could be a chips packet, or it could be any packaged food. You need to check the nutritional value. What is the energy you're giving? How many calories are being consumed? How much is the added sugar content? What is the fat content? How much of trans fats? So all this have to be taken into account in your child's diet. So it is definitely not easy, but by cultivating these habits at a tender age, in the long run, you can prevent many diseases like obesity, diabetes, heart-related issues, liver disorders, the many other diseases which we can actually prevent at a very younger age. So teach your children to eat right, to stay healthy, and as parents, they actually look at you, they imbibe a lot of qualities seeing you. So make the diet very interesting, colorful, healthy, tasty, and nutritious. So today I would like to highlight on some of the top 10 superfoods which you can actually include in your child's diet from toddlers to the preschooling age. So top 10 superfoods. First one is eggs. Now, an egg a day is very nutritious. So from one complete boiled egg or an omelette or a scrambled egg or a fried egg, the child is going to get vitamin D. Egg yolk is very highly nutritious in iron. It is very rich in vitamin A. The yellow color of the egg yolk is because of the presence of carotenes inside them, which is extremely important for the growth and development of your child's mental health and physical abilities also. So you can actually include one egg along with your breakfast, along with the breakfast of your child. So that is like a complete protein source. I see most of the parents, they just throw away the yolks and they are only giving the egg whites to the child. So I think for children, it's very good to give them a complete egg yolk. Eggs are very rich in biotin as well. They're very rich in vitamin D, vitamin A, and iron and protein as well. So you're getting so many nutrients packed in just one egg. So please do include one egg at least in your child's diet. The second important superfood is oats. So when I say oats, I understand the taste of oats is not that great, but you can make oats in a much more tastier and healthier form for your children. You can actually give them an oats milkshake, or probably oats with a fruit and a milkshake. You can make it like an oats and banana milkshake. And when I say oats, go with whole oats, not something which is polished, or not something which is just ready to eat. Anything which is ready to eat and ready to heat, which is just, which you can just cook in 2 to 3 minutes, is definitely not safe for your children's mental development, physical growth, and even slowly their skills also start diminishing. So please keep this in mind. The third important superfood to include in your child's diet is broccoli. Broccoli is one excellent superfood. You can actually make the child's plate very interesting. You can show them like little trees, and you can decorate the child's plate of with broccoli. Give them a broccoli salad with some interesting sauces on it, or you can make it like a broccoli curry or a vegetable like a salad. Salads are very important to include in your child's diet, especially in the mid morning time around 11 to 12. Whenever your child is hungry, instead of giving them chips or chocolates or cakes or some sort of junk, you can actually give them, why don't you all encourage them to have something like fruits or dry fruits or salads, which is the best nutritious source for your children. Now, fourth important superfood for your children is berries. So, berries are power packed with antioxidants, with various vitamins and minerals, and they even have anti inflammatory properties. It is good for your children's skin health, hair health, and even for an overall glow externally and internally. It is going to cleanse the toxins from your child's body from inside. So when I say berries, it could be any berry. It is like strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, any berries which is seasonally available, freshly available within your local area. All right. Now the next fifth important superfood are your nuts. So when I say nuts, all your dried fruits like cashews, almonds, walnuts, pistachios, all these dried fruits are very rich in vitamin E, and they contain some excellent essential fats like monounsaturated fatty acids, which is good for bone health for your children. It is good for their overall organ health. It is good for their muscular health, and it is good for their overall cellular health. There are billions of cells inside our body, and each cell inside our body is very important. So, nuts play a very important role in activating the brain cells of your child. So do not miss out on dry fruits, at least a handful of dry fruits. Like when children are snacking in front of the TV, you can give them a dry fruit salad, or give them a dry fruit milkshake, or probably you can make it like a cupcake with dry fruits on it. You can add dry fruits to many interesting recipes, and include dry fruits in your child's diet. Every single day, dry fruits are mandatory. Now, next, sixth important superfood is milk and milk products and dairy. So, when I say milk and milk products, many children show some disliking towards milk. So, instead of giving them plain milk with some added refined sugar, make milk in a much more interesting way. Like you can give them a fruit smoothie, you can give them a strawberry milkshake or a banana smoothie. That way you're adding milk, a fruit, and a little bit of organic honey instead of white sugar or refined sugar. So these are some tips I would like to give it to parents to make the diet of the child more interesting, more healthier, and more tastier. The seventh important superfood to include in your child's diet is fish. Now, fish is an excellent source of omega 3 fatty acids, which is very good for the heart health of your children. Not only heart health, fish has some two important components like EPA and DHA. EPA is eicosapentaenoic pentanoic acid, and DHA is docosahexaenoic acid, which actually improves the brain power, the mental growth, and overall physical development of your child. And because of protein, the excellent quality protein and essential fats, the good fats, the children's height and weight is going to be ideal for their age. So you can include fish at least twice or thrice a week. Vegetarians, do not worry. You can actually give your child some excellent, good quality protein foods like paneer, kidney beans, chole, or tofu. You can include these foods in your child's diet because, along with protein, they are going to contribute with calcium as well. So you're getting a vitamin as well as a mineral as well as a macronutrient through these food items. Now, next important, the eighth important superfood which you need to include in your child's diet is carrots. So carrots can be given in the form of a carrot juice, or when your child is just playing, you can just give them a carrot and they can keep munching on carrots because carrots are very rich in beta carotenes, which is good for vision health. At a very young age, you can actually improve the vision of your child by including carrots in your child's diet. You can make carrots like a carrot dal or probably a carrot halwa or a carrot salad, or probably you can make it like you can grate carrots into different type of sweet dishes in whichever form they're eating. So, or probably in idli and dosa batter, if you're a South Indian, if you're preferring more of the breakfast cereals like idli and dosa, you can actually grate carrots into it and make the diet a little more interesting and colorful for your children. So carrots are good for vision health, it is good for skin health, it is good for hair health of your children. It is even good for your nail health because nails, skin, hair, they all contain a protein called as keratin. In order to improve the quality of your child's hair health, skin health, nail health, and overall body health, do include carrots in your child's diet. The next ninth important superfood is seeds. Okay, so when I say seeds, your sunflower seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, all these seeds, and even watermelon seeds, they contribute to some amount of protein content and they do contain antioxidants. So you can make them in a powder form and add at least 1 spoon of seed powder in any of the curries or chutneys or in any of the meals, which is going to enhance your child's diet. Then the 10th important superfood is fruit yogurt. So instead of giving them something which is processed or packaged, you can make a home based simple fruit yogurt. Like you can add pomegranate to curd and make it like a pomegranate yogurt and drizzle a little bit of honey and dry fruits to it, or probably a banana yogurt or a fruit custard. So fruit yogurt, along with antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, they're even getting protein and calcium. So many nutrients are power packed in just one snack item. So, this way you can make your child's diet more interesting, healthier, and tastier. Last but not the least, I would like to include beans and lentils also in your child's diet because beans and lentils are nutritious in protein content and some amount of B vitamins in your child's diet, which is good for the overall health. And do include a lot of greens. So when I say greens, cultivate green leafy vegetables. You can actually start off with home gardening techniques at your house and teach your children about different types of home gardening. Like you can grow freshly grown tomatoes or green leafy vegetables like spinach, amaranth leaves, the fenugreek leaves, the methi leaves. All these green leafy vegetables are good for they're very rich in vitamin C and iron content for your child's diet. So these are the top 10 superfoods I would like to emphasize in your children's diet from preschooling age, toddlers age, and then slowly it is going to grow up to adolescent age. So once you start teaching them about healthy eating foods and what is nutritious and good for their overall health. In future and in long term, you can actually prevent many sort of metabolic syndromes and diseases for your children. You're improving their immunity. All these top 10 superfoods, I'll just brush up again, like eggs, oats, broccoli, berries, nuts, milk, fish, carrots, fruit yogurt, beans, and lentils. These are the top 10 superfoods which have to be included in your children's diet, which is good for their overall health. You are actually improving their immunity levels up to 50%. But if you're including junk foods like all your bakery products or samosas, oily foods, bhajis, puris, all these highly oily foods or bakery products are very rich in trans fatty acids. By consuming these on a regular basis, you're decreasing your children's immunity level to up to 50%. So you choose what is best for your kids, right? Yes. Now, any questions? I think I will take up all the Q&As. Fine. There is a parent saying, I'm concerned my child doesn't eat enough. What should I do? So, if your child is not having a good appetite, you need to ensure that you should actually consult a qualified dietitian. I'm available at Apollo Credit Hospital, Jubilee Hills. So, you can book an appointment and come down. I'll give you a detailed diet chart for your child, basing on your child's age, height, weight, and how much should their ideal body weight be. And we do have some growth charts, whether they are growing accordingly to their height, their age, and everything. Accordingly, I'll be able to guide you. But if the child is not having good appetite, please ensure that you're including at least 2 to 3 types of fruits in your child's diet and 2 different types of vegetables in your child's diet. Okay. When can my baby start drinking cow milk? I think from 2 years onwards, you can start off with cow milk. Yes, there's another question. How can we help to develop good eating habits for children? Yes, this is a very interesting question. In order to develop good eating or healthy eating habits for your children, first is stop force feeding. The dining table should not be a battleground for your children. All right, do not scold them, do not abuse them, do not force feed your children. Instead, use positive words and try to change the child's mindset by you can actually play some games, or probably you can eat and then tell them that if you try this food item, it's very good for you. So there are different types of methods in order to teach healthy eating habits. Positivity is the key. The dining area should not be the battleground for children. It is not a war zone. In fact, you can teach them healthy eating habits by allowing them to choose. Put a wide variety of foods on the dining table, and finger foods are excellent. For example, now many parents, they even avoid potatoes from the child's diet, saying that okay, it has got carbs, and let them not eat or they're going to become overweight. Actually, potato is good for your child's health because they're rich in potassium. It has got various other vitamins, which is good actually. So, but it depends on the type of potato you're giving them. Instead of giving them French fries, a baked potato, or potato fingers in shallow frying, or potato curry with some other vegetable. So that way, let your children try different types of diets. The key is diversify the diet by adding more variety. That way, your children are going to enjoy whatever you're trying to put on the plate. Okay. The next question is fruit juice healthy? My suggestion as a dietitian is, instead of fruit juice, a whole fruit is actually much more healthier, because a whole fruit is going to contain fiber, B vitamins, and vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. When you make a juice, what happens is you're removing out the fiber. So the fiber is lost, and you're going to add a little more sugar to the juice to make to make the juice a little more sweet and tastier. So again, added sugar is definitely like a sugar syrup. So I would not recommend a fruit juice. Instead, a whole fruit is better. But if the child is a fussy eater and you want to ensure that at least the child wants to consume some sort of fruit juice, freshly prepared home-based fruit juice is preferred rather than a processed juice, but without sugar. Yes. Does my child need to eat non-vegetarian food for a good immune system? See, for good immunity system, a balanced diet, a well-balanced diet with a combination of good quality proteins, good quality fats, healthy carbs, vitamins and minerals should be included. When it comes to non-vegetarian, yes, definitely non-vegetarian, like you can include eggs, white meat like chicken, fish, even red meat to a certain extent is fine. But it depends upon the quantity, quality, the portion sizes, and how much you're giving. And is it on a weekly basis, daily basis? All this matters a lot. Yes, but non-vegetarian, because of the protein and the fat content, definitely it is going to be an add-on for the immunity power for your children. Yes. Is there any food that weakens the immunity system? Yes. There are certain foods like junk foods, burgers, pastries, sugary drinks, aerated drinks, cold drinks, cola beverages, processed foods, highly refined foods. They are going to lower the immunity levels of your children by up to 50%. So please do avoid these sort of foods or restrict them to certain extent, because when we go to a fancy restaurant, we do not know what kind of oil they are using in the food and how much oil they are using. We are not at all aware about it. So be conscious of what you're feeding your child. Okay. uh, yes, so any other queries, anyone can just shoot up. Last but not the least, I would like to emphasize and tell that please avoid highly processed foods, highly refined foods, and the junk foods from your child's diet. You can still make the child's diet more interesting. For example, I understand children love pizzas, they love burgers. You can actually make it at home in a much more interesting way. You can use the pizza base with a multigrain wheat flour along with ragi, jowar, bajra, and add more of vegetables. Instead of mayonnaise or instead of butter, you can add cheese. You can add a little bit of avocado butter, which avocado is an excellent fruit, which contains good fats, or it's also known as butter fruit. Nut butters are excellent. Instead of using some white butter and all these pasta, I see so many children eating, having cravings for pastas with white sauce and without vegetables. Instead of that, even if they like continental foods, pasta with a lot of vegetables and exclude the white sauce. With small, simple changes can make your child's life and health very healthy. A holistic approach is what I'm looking for. You need to focus on your child's physical health, mental health, emotional health, intellectual health, and spiritual health. This I've told in the beginning of the session as well. I would like to conclude by saying that, last but not the least, do not force feed your children. Do not make the dining table as a battleground. Do not indulge your children in all the highly processed foods or highly refined foods. Teach them healthy eating habits with positivity, with grace, and with a good intention towards them by teaching them the right kind of foods and helping them to choose and diversify the diet for them. So a well balanced diet with a combination of cereals and millets, milk and milk products, fruits and vegetables, meat and meat products, sugars, fats, and oils. So it's a complete balanced diet, but the portion sizes vary for children of different age groups. So I hope the session was interesting, and I hope that you all could take some take home messages. Do focus on all the top 10 superfoods which I have mentioned, and avoid all the junk foods and processed foods in your child's diet. So simple small changes can make your child's life healthier and much better. So a holistic approach is what I would like to mention about. Thank you very much.